outside too. Hi. Hello. Hello. Namaste. Ooh. Hope the hat stays on in the wind. How are you doing? Hi Samantha, hi Tracy, hi Sue, hi Chelsea, hi Sarah, hi, how are you all doing? Are you alright? Yes, we're gonna do it, whether you're inside or outside. So just give it a few more minutes. You're going to be starting sitting down on the mat. So we've got a few fun moves today. A little bit different. Just kind of go with the flow. There's lots of hips. We're doing a lot of hips today. It's a bit selfish really because I've been having a bit of trouble with one of my hips when I was running. So it's kind of like a personal yoga practice. So you might want a cushion. You might want a rolled up towel if your back can sit up taller with your legs in front of you. So just keeping your legs crossed. Just take it into a seated position. You can actually cross the legs if that feels good for you, or just take the feet in front. It's up to you. So just give it a few more seconds. Hi! All coming in now. If this yoga mat blows up in my face, then it'll be fun. But my tripod's sturdy today, so that won't blow over. I hope not anyway. Okay, so if you've just joined us, hi, hello, good evening. So we're just sitting in a cross-legged position. Find your cross-legged position. You might want a towel or a rolled up blanket, just finding that comfortable position. Bring in the chest nice and tall, back tall, chest forward. Just roll the shoulders back and down, resting the arms wherever's comfortable. Maybe just taking it from side to side. We're going to do a lot of hips, so we're going to warm the hips up first tonight. There's going to be a few little cheeky little moves, but as always, I'll vary it. You can vary it. You can do what you want. If you want to just lay on the mat. So we're going to take your feet round and we're going to start on all fours tonight. Tonight doesn't feel like tonight, it's nice and light out here. So we're just going to take some cat cows, inhaling, arching back, exhaling, pulling the abs in. So inhaling and exhaling. So keep flowing, inhaling, exhaling. And then take it side to side, so shoulder to hip, side to side. You might see Lola tonight, you might not. She's laid on a bed next to me, fast asleep. So side to side, and then go from cow pose, and then cat pose, exhaling, and then take it round. See if you can do some sort of circle. So you're going round, maybe the hips are going round. Do you know, it doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as it's releasing tension from the back. Let it flow it round. Moving the shoulders, see if you can move the shoulders, maybe bend in the arms. And then come into cow pose, arch the back down, inhale, and as you exhale, pull back into child's pose. You might need to widen the knees if toes touch. Exhale, that's your exhale, then inhale up, and exhale as you pull the tummy in, arch the back and pull it back. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. One more, inhaling and exhaling. child's pose, stay here, and then take one arm under your chest. Maybe the shoulder comes to the floor, maybe your head comes to the floor. And then reach the other arm up if you want to, wrap it round if you want to. And then take both arms forward again into your child's pose, and then slip the other arm under. Maybe the shoulder comes to the floor, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Just take time to notice which side is tighter than the other. Breathe, nice deep breaths. And then come back to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You're going to take your right knee out, so the legs bent, legs bent, and then take it round. So we're circling, we need to get those hips warmed up. Like I said, there's quite a lot of hip work tonight. So we're just going to take the leg round. If you want to change the direction, change the direction. And all the time you're doing this, your core is pulled in. Fingers are spread, hands into the mat. Oh, no, it looks a bit funny, this one, but it does the job. And then straighten that leg out, straighten it out, flex the foot. And just lift little pulses, lifting that right leg up. If you want to take the left arm up at the same time, do it, keep pulsing, maybe arm and leg pulses, just a little bit of cheeky little strength work, making sure the tummy's pulled in, making sure you're breathing. And if you want to take this arm and grab the foot, you might need to put the knee on the floor first and then grab the foot and lift the leg up. Reach it up, find the balance. Keep lifting. And then take it back into a little child's pose, either moving or stillness, whatever you need. Better to get the body moving already. So your left leg's out, and if you can see it, and you're going to circle the left leg, which is bent, and you're circling it out like a dog peeing move. Taking it, keeping the back nice and strong, abs pulled in, change the direction. Circling the hip, releasing any stagnant energy in that hip. Keep it going, any direction, just warming it up. And then straighten the leg out, flex the foot, and then you're going to little pulses, pulsing it up. Notice that bum cheek working just a little bit. And then if you want to take the opposite arm out, if you feel you can balance, make sure the back isn't arching down, pull the tummy in, but keep breathing. Pulse the arm as well if you want to, it's just cheeky little strength sections in it tonight. And then if you want to grab that foot with the other hand, reach the leg up, holding onto the foot, and you're lifting the leg up. Probably feel that in the quad. Might take a little bit of balance. You might not be able to reach around and get it, that doesn't matter. Reach around and grab whatever you can. Put trousers on, the bottom of your leggings. Oh, that breeze is nice. And then a little pull back into a child's pose. Maybe the legs are together or wide, it's up to you. And then you're going to come onto your hip and bring the legs in front of you. So we're going to come back to cross-legged position. Okay, so just go with the flow here. It's a little bit of a cheeky one. So just find your cross-legged position. Your hands are going to be on the floor, so they're really going to help you here. So make sure you put your hands on the mat, back is straight, pushing into the mat. So whichever leg's in front, just look down, see which leg's in front of you in your cross, and then you're going to lean back, bring the legs back, and then bring the legs back into opposite cross. Push up, give yourself time just to push up, open the legs. You might even lift your bum off the floor, and then take it back, and then swap it round. So open it up. It's quite a cheeky little way of opening the hips. Bring it back. Oh, and then back. Do you feel daft? Keep it going, it's great. Get the body moving. It's awesome. If it makes you giggle, then even better. Take it over. And then lift, 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 lift. The less pressure of your hands that you put on the mat, the more you can open legs and use the core. So if you want to really test yourself, do it without your hands. And then bring it up. Oh, 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 wiggle. Back. And then back. We're going to do one more each side. So back with your hands or without, doesn't matter. Back up. Oh, back. Oh. And then back. And then wherever you land, or you might need to fidget about again, get yourself in your cross-legged position. Sit up on a cushion if you need to. Take your hands, clasp them in front of your chest. So hovering off your chest, inhale. As you exhale, push the hands, arch the upper back, head drops, pull your tummy in. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, cactus. 3 of those. Hands clasp, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Clasp hands, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale. Take the legs in front of you. Your left leg is bent, your right leg is straight. And just take it into a twist. Right hand on the front shin, left hand round. Nothing taxing, just take it into a twist. Maybe your right hand's onto the outside of that left thigh. And right foot's up. Right leg is activated. Take some deep breaths. Then open that leg out. Take the right leg, right heel to your right hip. Couldn't think of the word. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward and take your breaths wherever you feel it. So either walk over so that your chest is a little bit more on the thigh. You're aiming to feel it in that left hip there. So wherever you go, breathe into it. Just take your time to walk over whichever side. Just find, I'll give you time just to find where you need it. Walk your hands up, keep those legs there, walk your hands behind you. Now let's just take your time here. If that's enough, here, stay here. If you can come a little bit lower, maybe come a little bit lower. You should feel it on the front of that right quad as well. Breathe into it. And obviously if you can get down, if you want to get down to the floor, as long as it's not sharp and you're not overexerting yourself, that's fine. And then walk it back up. And then take the legs in front of you. Just give them a little wiggle. Okay, other side. So your right leg bends, left leg straight. Wrap that arm around the front shin and then take it into a twist. Activate your left leg. Take it whatever twist you need. So it's just warming it up, really. That's not to say there's not any cheeky moves still. Open that leg out and then bend the left knee so the left heel's into your left hip, or the other way around, whichever way you did it before. Sit up tall, both bum cheeks in the floor. Inhale. exhale, find your fold. Tight to that side. Walk yourself over. Just take your time, find that little sweet spot. You know where it is. Breathe into it. Really take some deep breaths. Use the breath to release any tension that you may feel in that hip. Work on the quad because it's really important, so walk your hands behind you. That's enough up here. Spot on, that's brilliant. You can walk it back a little bit lower, maybe to the elbows, but try and keep this leg down because the lower down you're going with your arms, the more that leg's going to want to lift off. So just take it down, breathe into it. You should feel it in the front of that leg. Watching the clouds go by. Some lovely clouds in the sky tonight. And then bring it up. And then cross those legs again into your cross-legged position. We're going to do that funky move again. Okay, so it's just a nice way. So with your hands first, or if you want to just do it without the hands straight away, do. If you've just joined us, your hands on the mat. So your left leg's in front. Have a look which leg's in front. Lean back. Take the legs back and then swap the leg position. Sit up tall and open the hips out. It's really important you do that. Take it back and then bring it up. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can take your hands off and do it without the hands. Ooh, sit up tall. Make sure you're sitting up tall afterwards. Give yourself time. Ooh, open it up. Oh, good job, well done. 2 more. I'm assuming you're doing a good job. I'm sure you are. Come to my classes. I'm sure you're giving this a go. Oh, and then stay up there wherever you are and just take it into a twist, whichever side you want to take it into. Take it into a little twist. And then the other side. Take it over. Keep sitting up tall. Good job. And then bring both heels to one hip and then come to all fours. And we're going to come to down dog. Okay, so if you haven't done down dog before, tuck the toes, spread the fingers wide, lift the knees up off the floor, and then lift the hips up. And just alternate bending each knee. Let's move in our dog. Do a little bit of moving dog, walking dog. Take your hands as wide as your mat, especially if your shoulders are really tight. Spread the fingers. Weight into the thumb and index fingers, more so into the pads of the fingers. Walking the dog. Keep it moving. And then lift your right leg up. So if it only comes here, that's fine. Doesn't matter. You don't have to lift it high. But lift it as high as you want to and bend that knee. And then open your chest to the right as well with the fingers of your right hand still in the mat. And see if you can circle. If that's too much, don't circle it. You're just opening the hip a little bit. I know this is probably lean it over. It looks more like a side angle plank. And then take it back, knees on the floor and pull back into a child's pose. Give it a little wiggle. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Just do what you can. So take it onto all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, walk your dog or find stillness in your dog. I know some of you like to have the stillness there, that's fine. I like a bit more movement in mine. We're all different. So you're just going to lift your left leg up just a little bit. If that's enough, stay there. If you can lift it up a little bit higher and bend the knee So the fingers of your left hand come up onto the mat. Maybe circle the hip. It's going to be really strong. Wherever it is, it's going to be strong. And then take that foot onto the floor. Your right little toe side of the foot comes onto the mat. And then take it over. And you're lifting the chest up towards the ceiling as much as you can. And then take it back to child's pose. Wide knees, pull back. Oh my God. Okay, you ready? We're gonna go for one more each side, so you know what to do now. Take it steady. So hands wide as the mat. Take it up to down dog. You can take the legs a little bit wider if you need to. Walk it. So right leg up. Lift it up. Bend the knee. Open the chest. Maybe circle that leg. And then take it behind you. Step the foot flat onto the mat. The front leg comes straight. And weight into the outside of that little toe. And then open it up. Just open the chest up. And then take it to a child's pose or your down dog. If you're okay for a down dog, do down dog. If you want a child's pose, do child's pose. Just breathe into it. And then come to down dog if you went into child's pose. So we're going to lift the left leg up. Open the hip. Open the chest. And then step it over, straighten the front leg and take it into a wild thing. And then take it into a child's pose. If you're not already there, that's fine. Ooh, wiggle it out. And then come into our final down dog. No more after this. Down dog. I'm starting to like them actually, to be honest. And then walk your feet forward. Little tiny steps. Just walking them forward. Help your feet along if you need to. Big toes parallel, slightly apart. Bend the knees if you need to. Let your body hang and just sway from side to side. As if you're scraping, drawing lines in sand. And as you're doing this, notice how your hips are releasing. Bend the knees, bend, bend, bend. Stick the bum behind you as if you're sitting on an imaginary stool. Take your hands onto your hips. Bring the knees together. Bring the back as straight as you can. Pull the tummy in, pull the pelvic floor in. If you're okay here, stay here. If you want to take the arms in front of you, you can't see me there, can you? Take the arms out in front of you. Hold, breathe into it, use the breath. And then stand tall and put your hands into prayer position. Give those legs a shake if you need to give the legs a shake. And then take your legs wide as the mat, so parallel. Okay, so toes pointed out a little bit, so we're going to work on the hips again a little bit, so bring the heels in a little bit more. Take your hands onto your thighs and see where you sink. So heels, tuck the heels in a little bit more if you need to adjust your feet, toes come out, hands onto your hands, and just sway from side to side, straighten in the opposite leg. So you should feel a release, pull the tummy in, keep working, keep going, apologies for that. I was just getting a FaceTime then. So take it over. Side to side. So now we're going to take it a little bit deeper to the right side. So we're going to take your hands down and see if you can lift the toes of your left foot up towards the ceiling. So you're on the toes of your right foot, and if you can see there, hands are either side of that front knee. And then sink it down. If that's too low for you, keep it up higher. So take both hands to the middle and walk it to the other side. So you're walking it over into a side lunge variation. Heel of that right foot comes onto the floor and the toes lift up to the ceiling. Walk up onto the fingers. See if you can just bring your back a little bit taller here. So we're just going to do one more each side. Taking it over. Slow, slow, slow. Hands are still in the middle, fingers up. And then walk it to the other side. So stay here, we're going to vary it now. I'm going to go slow first. So you're going to lift that left arm and take it over, so the knee's in the middle of those hands. Then you're going to walk the hands and the knee to the front. So you're coming into a low lunge position. You might need to slide that back leg, back knee back. And then walk it into half splits. So walk it, straightening that front leg. Keep the foot on the floor if you want to, or you can lift the toes up, it's up to you. Now you're gonna walk it forward. And then we're gonna come back into that half lunge. Take your hands over, side lunge, sorry. And then turn yourself into that side lunge position. Okay? And so slowly onto the other side. I'll go through it again on this side. I'm going to bring it back to the mat. Good job. So you're going to take either arm, either side of that front leg, and then walk it round to a low lunge. Your left knee on the floor, right foot on the floor, and then walk it back into half splits pose. Walking it back, and then walk it forward into a low lunge. Step your right arm over to the middle and bring it back into that side lunge or half moon, and then take it back. So we'll do one more each side. Step it over, your arm over, come into low lunge, and then walk it back into half splits. Walk it forward. Sink it down, and then back hands to the middle, back into that low lunge. Walk it back into that side lunge. Step the arm over and transition to low lunge. Walk it back into half splits. Walk your hands back, straightening the front leg. Walk it back. Into side lunge. So walk your hands to the middle, plant both feet on the floor, straighten the legs, inhale, look up, and as you exhale, walk your hands down. Walk your hands to the right foot, towards the foot, wherever it goes, it doesn't matter. Walk your hands to the left foot, again, wherever it goes. If it just walks to the left a little bit, that's fine. Walk your hands to the middle, inhale up to the fingers, and then exhale, fold down. Take your hands onto your hips, inhale. Lift it up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Bring the heels in again. Heels in, toes out. Take your hands into prayer position. Bend the knees. Make sure the knees don't go over your big toe. Take it down, sink it down. So if that's enough here, take it here. If you can connect the elbows onto your inner thighs, do that. If you want to adjust it and come into full garland pose and sink it down, just adjust the position of your feet, take it into prayer position. Use the elbows to push those inner thighs. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This ground is proper uneven. Shoulders down. Really try not to fall backwards here. Breathe into it. Use the breath. Oh, hands on the floor, widen the feet again, and then bring it up slowly, slowly. Reach the arms up. Exhale, prayer position. Bring the feet to the top of the mat. Give them a little shake. Oh, you're a little monkey. So feet together or slightly apart, it's up to you. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, cactus. We're going to do 3 of those. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And walk, scrape the hands through the sand. And then step your right knee into the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. Heel toe that front foot forward a little bit and exhale, sink it down. Keep the arms up. You can hold on to the wrist of your hand if you want to. Sink it down. Find your sink and then clasp your hands behind you. Heels of the hands maybe touch. Aiming for that. Take fists down towards the floor. Maybe look up, but keep sinking down. Release your hands. Take your right hand onto the mat, wide as you want to, and take it into a twist. Take both hands into the center line. Heel toe the left foot out a little bit into your lizard pose. Find your lizard pose. You might want to slide that back leg back a little bit and make it harder. You can open up this knee if you want to, so the big toe of the foot comes off. It's up to you. Find your hip flexor stretch. You feel it, you know you're in the right spot. Breathe into it. And then slowly take the left foot in front of you into pigeon pose. You're not going to go too deep into it, so just keeping it up here. Just take it into a comfortable pigeon pose. So we're going to walk it down just to wherever you want to, and then walk it back up. So we're going to do that a few times. So we're going to walk it down, and then we're going to walk it back up. Walk it down and walk it back up. We're going to do one more of those. Walk it down. Walk it back up. Hold it up there. Keep walking the fingers back. Walking back, shoulders back. And we're going to take your right elbow, right forearm to the floor and just twist it over to the left. If your left arm comes up, fine. If not, you can wrap it around your back. But just do whatever is you can. Do whatever your body can do. And then take both hands onto the floor and walk back. And as you walk back, sit on your left bum cheek. Ooh, and then bring that right heel into your bum. So you should be in this position again. Take your left hand behind you, reach the right arm up and round into a little wild thing. If you want to lift the hips up, lift the hips up. If not, that's fine. Opening it up. Open it up however way you want to open it up. Ooh, cheeky monkey. And then take your hands onto the mat, widen the knees, big toes touch, and take it into a child's pose. If you want to take knees together, child's pose, do that, that's fine. Come up to all fours, step your right foot in front of you. So now we're in low lunge on the other side. Slide the left leg behind you. If you want to make it a little bit deeper, heel toe the front foot forward so you're sinking it down as you come up tall with the torso. Maybe a few little bounces. You know where you need to go. Reach the arms up and then take them behind you. Clasp the hands. Chest up, head back. Sink it down onto that front leg. Breathe into it. Release the hands, coming into lizard pose. Take both hands to the center. Heel toe that foot out a little bit more. You can open that leg out if you want to, so you come onto the pinky toe side of your foot. If that feels good. Feels better just to stay here. You know where you feel it. You should be feeling it here, right in the hip flexor and the groin. Breathing into it. Try and keep the stillness there. Use the breath. Watch your shoulders aren't tensing up. Deep stretch. Walk that toe or the sole of the foot back onto the floor. Left hand on the floor. Reach the right arm up into a twist. Take it into pigeon pose, so step that left leg in front of you, help it there. Slide the other leg behind you. Again, nothing too crazy, don't go too deep into it. Your body's going to do this with the movement, so slowly walking it down. Sink it down to wherever you can, and then walking it back up. Just nice slow breaths, wherever the breath takes you as you're coming down. Exhaling as you're sinking it down. Hands which is tighter. Walking it down slowly, slowly. There's no race. Giving your body time to go, okay then, I'll try and relax. And up. I'm going to do one more. Taking it down. And then walking it up, walking it up, walking it up. Chest up, shoulders back. Breathe into it. And take it into your twist. You can just put the hand on the floor if you want, or the elbow of your left hand. Take the right arm up. If that's too much for you, take it round you. Or that might be too much. Just take it. You can always put it on the floor. Maybe just twist, open the chest. And then release. Sitting down on that right bum cheek. Ooh, bending the left knee so the left heel comes into the left hip. Get your right hand behind you, swing the left arm round into a wild thing. You can lift the hips up if you want to. Oh, open it up, feels good. And then slowly release, sitting on your bum, take the legs in front of you. Oh my goodness, we've had some big hip stretches today. So bending the left knee into your chest. So we're going to do the same twist, but you can make it a little bit more. Reaching the right arm up. You can take that elbow onto the outside of that thigh. If it doesn't go, just wrap it round like you did before. Left hand behind you, and then take it into your twist. Activate Activating your right leg. You might find you can go just a little bit deeper this time. Good job, and then swap it round. Take the hand behind you. You can take the elbow to the outside of the thigh if you want to. Or just wrap it around. Just whatever you need. Left leg's activated, foot's activated up to the ceiling. Deep breaths. I'm going to go back, we're going to do another twist. So if you want to do it that way again, do it that way. Otherwise, bend that left knee and step it over the right leg. And again, same thing. Hand can just wrap around the shin or the knee, left hand behind you. Or if you feel you can, take that elbow to the outside here. Take it there. You should feel a little bit more in this stretch. Back to the centre, swap it round. So if you want to put there, that's fine. If you want to step it over. Right hand behind you. Just hutch up so both bum cheeks in the floor and towards that floor. Dog snoring? No? Breathe into it. My left leg wasn't activated then. Use the breath. Enjoy that twists. Twists are great for getting rid of negative energy. Oh, and then take the legs in front of you, give them a little shake, bend the knees, and then take the soles of the feet together. Again, if you need to sit on something on your bum, and your hips brings the back nice and straight. So your elbows, you can use your elbows to the inner thighs, open the inner thighs out, you can grab hold of the feet. If you want to make it a little bit easier on your back, or a little bit more of a back bend, bring the legs forward a little bit. So give yourself a little wiggle and just find your sync. Doesn't matter if you're round the back, doesn't matter, not on this time. Round the back, let the head become heavy. Walk your way up, straighten the legs, hands behind you, fingertips towards your bum. Straighten the legs if you want to make it a little bit easier. Come into upside down table with the knees bent, otherwise it's upside down plank. So wait until the heels, lifting up. That's too much for you. Bend the knees and come into upside down table, that's fine. Otherwise lifting it up. And then slowly release down. Bending the knees, hands in front of you. You can always make it harder by keeping the legs straight. We'll do a slow roll back. Slow roll back. Slow, slow, slow. Nice and slow. Hug the knees into your chest. Both knees into your chest. Straighten your right leg out. Take the ankle or your left foot and open onto the front of your right thigh. Open it out so your right hand might need to hold on to that foot or the toes. See if you can lay down, pull that foot up towards your groin and see if you can open this leg out. Breathe into it. lower back's lifted off the mat. Try and relax. Opening that leg out. And then hug that left knee into your chest. Hug it in. So that little adjustment, the knees coming up to your armpit rather than your chest. And then take your right hand to the outside of that leg, shift your hips to the left, and then take it over into a supine twist, taking it over. Your left shoulder is in the floor. You can turn your head to look over to that side if you want. Slow deep breaths here. Right knee into your chest, and then take hold of your right foot, your left hand, and pull that foot up towards the groin or the thigh, front of that, top of that thigh of your other leg. And as you lay back down, maybe your hands have to just come round and hold the toes. Open this right leg out as much as you can. Breathe into it. Relax your shoulders. Watch your shoulders don't get tense here. Slow breaths. And then hug that knee into your chest, that tiny little adjustment that I always say. Knee out from under your rib cage and up in towards the armpit. Shift your hips to the right as you take the left hand to the outside of that leg and take it over into a supine twist, keeping that right shoulder on the floor all the time, watching towards that place. Turn your head and look over if that feels good. Take some nice slow breaths here. And then slowly bring yourself back to the center. Hug the knees into your chest. Take the knees wide, rock from side to side, and then take it into a happy baby if you want to take it into happy baby. So you're taking hold outside of both feet. Lift the soles of the feet up to the ceiling or the sky in my situation here. Breathe into it, find stillness or rock. And then slowly release your legs down. Keep the knees bent and just sway the knees from side to side. Take the soles of the feet together when you're ready. Knees are wide. Make sure your lower back is in the mat. Hands onto your belly. Inhale, expand the belly. And as you exhale, feel the belly relax. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly relaxes. And when you're ready, relax into final Shavasana. Just going to stay here for a good few seconds. body to the right hand side. And then bring yourself up into cross-legged position. You should be good at cross-legged position by now after all those cross-leggeds. Sit up tall, take your hands into prayer. Follow me if you prefer, if you want to. Take your hands to your forehead. May you have kind, loving thoughts. Take your hands to your heart. May you have kind and loving intentions. Take your hands to your mouth. May you have kind and loving communication. The soul in me honours the soul in all of you. I shall miss you all, but hopefully we'll be back in the classroom very soon. Thank you all for joining me for all my live yoga sessions. I'm getting quite emotional actually. I really do appreciate all the shares and all the little gifts that turned up on my doorstep. Thank you, you know who you are. Just thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. Stay strong, stay safe, and we'll have hugs soon, I promise. Namaste. Thank you guys.